Good morning, everybody. My name is Allison. This is Get Up and Move. We're going to do a basics level exercise and balance-based class. We're going to spend about a half hour working out today, doing about 40 seconds for each exercise and circuiting 2 exercises at a time. Go ahead and start marching. So try and get your knees moving, pick up your feet. Let your arms swing a little bit. Nice job. We're just going to try and get the blood flowing, get everything warmed up. All right, and let's move into our butt kickers, the second part of our warm-up exercise routine. This is basically like a standing hamstring curl. I'll turn to the side so you can see me. I'm basically just flicking my heel up to my backside. Nice work, keep going. You might feel a little bit of a stretch in your quads or your hip flexors. We get everything nice and warm for you today. Keep going. Good, and let's do our toy soldiers. So a straight leg is going to kick forward, and I'm going to tap my shin with my opposite arm. Nice job. Stretching out our hamstrings. We'll be getting a little bit of a crunch in our core. Nice work. Keep going. Four more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to do high knee crossbody marches, tapping our palms to our knee. Use your abs to get your knee a little bit higher. See, it almost creates a little bit of a crunch. Nice job, keep going. Four more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's do our crossbody reach. So my feet are spread apart. I'm going to turn to one side and punch forward. Back to the middle, other side, punch. And we're just alternating, pivoting right to left. Trying to get a little bit of a trunk rotation, a little bit of hip rotation actually. It's rotating inward. Might feel a little glute stretch. Get your shoulders warmed up a little bit. Really reach for that wall side to side. Keep going. Four, 3, 2, 1. All right, our legs keep moving the same way. We're just shifting our weight side to side. And we're just going to do an overhead reach. Should feel a stretch kind of down your side, up into your arm. Really trying to be long. Still shifting our weight from side to side. Right foot, left foot. Good, keep alternating. Should feel a little more warm starting about 2 minutes ago, but keep it up. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, march it out a little bit. I'm just going to bring a chair nearby to demonstrate chair squats, but if you're comfortable doing squats in your own space, you can certainly do it that way, but just so everyone can see, we're going to start with our squat. So I'm going to stand, my feet are about shoulder width apart, and I'm just going to sit my hips back as I reach forward and tap my bottom to the chair, and then come up to standing. Go ahead and start squatting if you feel comfortable, but I'm going to do chair taps for this first round today for everybody. Otherwise, you're just doing a normal squat in the air, like that. Keep going. Ooh, get a little closer. I like to reach my arms forward as a counterbalance. Some people just like to keep their hands on their hips, that's fine. But notice how my back stays straight, even though I'm hinging at my hips. I'm not curving my back. That just looks weird. Great job, keep going. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're gonna alternate this with a heel raise. So I'm just gonna be near a wall so that I have something to hang on to. And I'm gonna press up and down on my toes, doing a heel raise. 40 seconds. Nice and tall. Notice I'm keeping my legs really straight, almost activating my quads just as much as I'm squeezing my calf muscles. But you should get a pretty good burn in your lower leg. Pushing into the floor with the balls of my feet. Keep going. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Back to our squats. We're doing 3 circuits of these. So I'm squatting again, tapping my bottom back to the chair, doing it by bending both of my knees, trying to move my hips backwards so that my knees don't go too far past my toes. It's okay if they pass them a little bit. Keep squatting. I'm just going to move this out of the way, but you're squatting down and up, squatting, keep moving. Do a couple more facing you. How about 3 more? 3, 2, and 1. Back to our wall or our countertop, doing the heel raises. Both feet, or if you feel pretty strong, you can do 1 foot at a time. Whoop, doing the heel raises. Use that wall for balance if you need it. I'm gonna do 2 legs. Squeeze those quads. Think about lifting your head up to the ceiling each time, getting really tall. Think about going straight up rather than forward with your hips. Try to avoid a rocking motion. You want to just be lifting. Good job. In 3, 2, and 1. Okay, 1 more round of both of those. So we're gonna go back to the squats. My feet are hip width apart, and I'm just sitting back. If you're still using your chair, that's fine. But we're just doing squats one way or the other. Play with how deep you can handle going. Make it a little more muscle work if you go lower. Pick a pace that makes you breathe a little bit. It's the whole point of being here today, right? Getting some exercise in. Great work, keep going. Squat, stand. Squat, stand. 3, stand. 2, stand. And 1, stand. Last round of heel raises. near the wall, both feet or one foot, pressing through the balls of our feet to lift our heels up. This is still work, but this part should allow you to catch some of your breath. This is our last bit of heel raises. Still keep your thighs activated, your knees straight. Keep going. Heel raises, you got this. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and march it out. Nice work. Okay, our next 2 exercises are a lunge hold and our oblique crunches. Okay, so for the lunge hold, you also might need to be near a counter or a wall if you have a harder time with balance. I'm gonna start with my right foot forward, my left foot back, popping that back heel up and just dropping so that both my knees are bent anywhere from 45 degrees, even down to 90 degrees. And we're just holding this, which is going to be hard. It's kind of like a wall sit, but now we're doing a lunge hold. We're just holding this for our time frame. Notice how my posture is really tall. I'm not pitched forward like this. I'm not forward on my front leg. I'm trying to have even weight bearing between my front foot and my back foot, so both legs are really working. Make sure you're breathing. Bring your shoulders back. Let's hold 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Okay, we're gonna go right into our oblique crunches. I put my hands behind my head. I'm gonna do just a mini squat, and then I'm gonna pick up my knee and try and tap my knee, whoop, toward my elbow, a little bit of balance. Drop both feet down, mini squat, other side, knee to elbow. Mini squat, knee to elbow. If this is hard for you, you can hang onto the counter and do a mini squat and pick that knee up to your elbow that way. Mini squat, knee up to elbow, but you should feel a little bit of a side crunch when you're lifting that leg. Keep going. I know it's a tough one, but you can do it. Requires a little bit of spinal mobility, obviously some balance, and a whole lot of core. You might feel this one tomorrow. Squat, side crunch, squat, side crunch, squat, side crunch, squat. Last one, side crunch. Great work. Let's do our lunge hold the other way. So now I have my left foot forward, right foot in back with my heel popped, and I'm just dropping into my lunge hold. And we're just here, holding it. Try to make sure both sets of feet are really pointing forward, your toes are pointing forward. Sometimes there's a tendency to rotate your front foot in, which just lets you lock out on some of your ligaments rather than using your muscles. So keep both limbs pointing directly forward. And you're maybe holding a mini lunge or a full lunge, or you're kind of right in between, right where I am. Nice job. Probably are gonna feel your booty squeeze a little bit. You're gonna feel your thighs quiver, but that's why we're here. Let's hold 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, back to our side crunches. Hands behind the head if you want to. Mini squat, side crunch. Mini squat, side crunch. Mini squat, side crunch. Now you're more than welcome to do a full squat if you want to for these. We've already warmed up your hips and your ankles and your knees, so those squats should not be too tough in this stage. It's just gonna make you breathe a little harder. Squat, side crunch. Squat, side crunch. Squat, side crunch. One more. Squat, Side crunch. All right, lucky for you guys. One more round each side, right foot in front. And we're in a lunge hold. Make sure both sets of feet are pointing forward. Nice upright posture. Catch your breath a little bit. Shoulders back. Think happy thoughts. You're doing really good. Try and inch lower. And hold 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Again, mini squat, oblique crunch. Go ahead and go. Squat, crunch. 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 Keep going. These are tough, but you can do it. Two more. Squat, crunch, squat, crunch. All right, left leg lunge hold. Last round of the lunge holds, one foot in front of the other. Drop your knee and hold. Keep breathing. Bring your shoulders back. Make sure your posture is really upright. Maybe lower 1 more inch. That's okay if your legs are shaking. That's the whole point. Let's hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Last round of oblique crunches. Ready? Hands behind your head. Squat, elbow to knee. Squat, elbow to knee. Squat, elbow to knee. Squat, elbow to knee. Keep going. Last round of these, you can do it. Good work, everyone. I'll give you a marching break after these. Elbow to knee. Squat, elbow to knee. Squat, elbow to knee. Squat, elbow to knee. How about 2 more? Squat, 2, and squat, 1. Nice job. All right, go ahead and do some side stepping. Bring your heart rate down a little bit. I'm just gonna double check the program, see what else I had in store for you today. Ooh, more creative ones. All right, you're marching or you're side stepping. Bring that heat down just a little bit. Loosen up the shoulders and your legs. You're done with all the squatting today, I promise. Nice work. Okay, we have our starfish stretches, alternating with a tree pose, which is basically a single leg balance, just in a funny posture. So let's start with our starfish stretches. So I'm gonna have my feet pretty wide, a little wider than shoulder width apart. My arms are spread out too, so I'm basically making a starfish. And I'm gonna touch my hand down to the opposite toe. And then I'm coming up. Other hand, touching the opposite toe. So you'll probably feel a little bit of a hamstring stretch and a glute stretch on the side that you're tapping. So it's a little bit of a flexibility exercise, but we're also basically doing a hip hinge with a little bit of a twist. So I'll give you a side view. So see how I hinge forward at my hip? I'm not rounding too much. And then coming up all the way straight, other side, tapping all the way straight. But there is a little bit of a twist introduced because we're tapping our opposite foot. Keep going. How about 4 more? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, we're gonna alternate that with tree pose. So traditional tree pose, you are gonna have your foot on the side of your leg. I still have shoes on, probably not my favorite scenario. So if you're in a position to kick your shoes off, go ahead and do that. But I'm just gonna hold tree pose right here. Traditionally, you would be instructed to either have your foot below your knee joint or above your knee joint. It's not typically taught where you're putting pressure through that standing leg knee joint. So pick whichever one works better for you. I'm gonna have my arms resting in prayer here, but you can also have your arms up, reaching toward the sky in a V motion or straight up like the branches of the tree. And just remember which leg is your standing leg, because we're gonna do the opposite one the next round. And I think we're just gonna do one round of these, so lucky you. All right, let's come down back to our starfish stretch. Legs wide, arms out to the side, and I'm just gonna hinge forward and tap my opposite shoe, coming up. Hinge forward, tap your other shoe, back up to the starfish. Tap, starfish. Tap, starfish. Tap, starfish. Tap, starfish. Now, if this is too far, you can maybe just tap your opposite knee. That might be enough of a hip hinge for you. That's totally allowed. Or maybe you go for the shin. But either way, it's a hip hinge with a little bit of a rotation and a little bit of a shift into that hip. How about 2 more? 1 and 2. Good. Let's go back to our tree pose. Make sure you're standing on the opposite leg. You're gonna have the bottom of your foot either right below your knee, or you're gonna pull it higher, right above your knee. I did not set that up well. And you're holding it. If you need a finger on the wall or hands on the counter, that's fine. You can have your arms in prayer or have them overhead. Now, a little bit of a wobble is fine. The earth is still spinning, right? But the idea is that you can correct those wobbles and keep yourself in the middle, or at least not overcorrect. It's really just another version of balancing. So if this is all crazy to you, you're just trying to balance on one leg. That's all I'm really asking of you. I just added a little twist today. Nice work. Let's hold 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good job. Go ahead and march it out. You can grab a cone or that shoe that I was gonna have you step over. We're just gonna do the side to side step overs. So I'll put this on the ground so that hopefully you can see it. Yep, good. I'm gonna stand to the side of it, and we're gonna do 3 steps in the pattern. So you're gonna step over 1, and then 2, 3, just marching in place. Back over. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Get going. Step over your shoe or whatever apparatus you have lying around your house. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Pick the pace that works for you. If this is too easy, you can always go a little faster. Like you're a soccer player or a football player, or you're doing the pony. That's fine too. Or pick a slower speed. But we're just trying to make sure you pick up those feet to step over the objects, that you clear it. 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's alternate that with a tandem balance. So I'm just putting one foot in front of the other, and I'm standing, keeping my balance. You could be near a wall or a countertop. You could even have your back to a corner. So if you feel like you're gonna lose your balance, you just have 2 different walls to bang into, okay? First priority is safety. Second priority is getting better at balance. So just make sure you remember which foot is in front, because we're gonna do the other foot forward next round. I have my right foot forward, but I can't see you, so you can choose. Let's hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, back to our step overs on the cone. 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Pick your pace. Keep moving. You guys are doing great. Try and have a little bit of a pep in your step. This is the time to kind of push yourself as long as you're safe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Tandem stance. Now we're going to have our left foot in front of our right foot. We're just holding, keeping our balance. Same thing, near a counter or a tabletop. Great work. Good job, everybody. Holding our balance. You're almost done. We just have one more quick circuit, and then we're going to stretch it out. Let's hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good job. This next one, you're gonna want a wall or a countertop, at least to put your finger on. We're doing the high knee into the reach, okay? So I'm always gonna be standing on this right leg. I'm gonna bring my knee up in front of me, and then I'm just gonna gently swing it backwards until it forces my back to come forward just a little bit. And then we're staying on that leg, high knee into a reach. If you're pretty good at balance, you can try having both hands on your hips. Whoop. Or you can even reach forward. This is basically a warrior 3 in yoga, or a single leg hip hinge. Good, keep going. This one's tough, I understand. You can do a miniature version of this. Maybe just not reach so far, right? That standing leg is still getting some work out of it. 2 more, 2, and reach, and 1, and reach, good. And we're gonna alternate that with just our standing balance for 3 seconds, but now we're gonna move sideways. So I'm just gonna step sideways and hold, 3, 2, 1. And then I'm gonna go sideways again, onto the same leg, 3, 2, 1. Sideways again, same leg, 3, 2, 1. Sideways one more time, 3, 2, 1. And I'm just gonna switch directions so you can see me. 3, 2, 1. Again, step to the side, same leg, 3, 2, 1. Step to the side, 3, 2, 1. Last one, and 3, 2, 1. Great, last round, we're just gonna do the high knee into a reach. My hand's gonna be on the wall, standing on my left leg, high knee with the right leg, and then I'm swinging it back behind me for that reach and that hip hinge. Coming back, high knee, hip hinge. Good, high knee, hip hinge. Again, you can do a miniature version. High knee, mini hip hinge, maybe to 45 degrees. High knee, mini hip hinge. Great work, keep going. You can have both hands on your hips if you're an all-star. How about 3 more? 3, reach. 2, reach. And 1, reach. Nice work. Stepping to the side, balancing for 3 seconds. Step to the side, balance, 3, 2, 1. Step to the same side, balance on that, whoop, same leg, 3, 2, 1. Step, 3, 2, 1. Step, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna switch directions, step to the side, 3, 2, 1. Step, 3, 2, 1. 2 more, 3, 2, 1. Last one, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Good job, everyone. Let's do some stretches. So we're gonna just start with the roll down. I want you to touch your chin to your chest if you can. Roll down through the upper back, Mid back, lower back, and hips. Let your arms dangle. See if you can touch the floor, or at least maybe your ankles. Feel everything elongate a little bit. Loosen your knees and slowly roll up from the bottom to the top. Tucking your hips under, and then your low back into the upper back and neck. Roll your shoulders back. Nice job. One more of those. Tuck your chin to your chest. Slowly roll down until you're kind of in a hang. Make sure you let your head go. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Release your knees, slowly roll up. And roll your shoulders back a couple times. Good. Let's stretch our hamstrings. So you're just gonna dig your heel into the floor in front of you and hinge your hips backwards so that you're basically stretching the back of that straight leg that's in front of you. Just trying to stretch out our hamstrings. You know, we did a fair amount of forward bends today. Great, come up, other foot. Dig your heel in, sit back, hinge at your hips. Make sure your chest stays up a little bit. Nice job. Great, and then we'll go into a calf stretch. I'm just gonna have one foot in front of the other. Let my back heel stay down and lunge forward a little bit. So you should feel a stretch in your calf, the lower back part of your leg. Try and slow down your breathing a little bit. Great, I'm just gonna face the other way. So now my left foot's in front for the calf stretch. Heel is staying down, lunging forward a little bit. Nice work. Okay, final stretch, hip flexor stretch. I'm gonna face back the other way, right foot in front. Starting the calf stretch position, but now I pop my back heel up. I'm gonna lunge forward a little deeper and I'm gonna reach my arm up and over that same arm as the leg that's behind you. Trying to stretch out the hip flexors, maybe your obliques too. Great, gently come out of it, face the other way. Now my left foot is in front. Starting in the calf stretch position, popping my back heel up, lunging a little deeper now, and reaching that same arm as the leg that's behind you, up and over. You can have a hand on the countertop if you need to balance. And slowly come out of it. All right, good job, everybody. That was a tough workout today. I'm a little balmy, so hopefully you are too. Go ahead and attend my classes every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. It was really nice having you here today, and take care.